Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be working on the Volvo 940 drift car again, and you might have noticed that I haven't been in many of the last few videos, and that is basically just because I've been working on my own race car project. And not only that, but I actually had to have some time off work because I caught COVID as well. So finally back in the workshop working on the drift cars and the projects again. So today I'm going to be sorting out the breathing system on the Volvo, and Dad is going to be sorting out the suspension. We're also going to be fabricating our own lock kit for it as well. So we were going to buy one, and Dad will probably explain this later on in the video, but we decided that we'd try and fabricate our own. So that's one of the things we're going to be getting on with today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, we need a lock kit for the Volvo just to give us a little bit more steering angle. So I had a little look online. There's about 4 companies that have got them. There are I think two of them are abroad. But no one's got one in stock, so it looks like we're going to have to make our own. So I think I'll draw that up, send it in the lasers, get it cut, do a bit of machining, we'll have our own. So we'll get on that now. Okay, we've now straightened the wheel, we've got it on the turn plate, set that to 0, and that will give us exactly dead parallel for where the wheel is. Now, I've already extended the track rod on the rack fully out to its full extent, and standard is 35 degrees. We need to be getting about another 10 degrees on that, so about 45 degree lock, which will help while we're drifting the car. So with my plate I can now put this over to 45 degrees, and with my plate I should be able to tell me exactly where the point of position is, to tell me exactly where the track rod end need to go in. So if you watch on here,
We've only marked it on there because it's not actually on there.
Yeah, the turn plates only go to 35 degrees. I would imagine, obviously, because cars don't go 45 degrees.
Oh, it's for drifting, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's standard. That was when I moved it very slightly, and that's 45. So 45 degrees is about there.
And we've already measured the distance, and we've just got a bit of bar that we're just...
Yeah, so just pop that bar.
I can't see anything.
Oh.
You might have to do that bit.
Right, so...
Is that right?
There we go, yep.
Yeah?
45 spot
right, have you got
there.
another torch so I can have a look?
Yeah, there is another one.
Oh, so... Got it.
Just have a look and see what clearance we've got underneath. That's got good clearance.
Yeah, you've got about easily 20-25 mil of clearance.
Right, now do
so
that.
You've got plenty there, and then you can just put the track rod end in where that will sit.
That should be... I'll tell you what, that don't need moving a lot.
Does it not?
No, it don't. Because that's a full extent.
You've got to think though, a little bit of difference here is going to make a lot of difference.
Yeah, at the wheel. Then.
At the wheel, yeah.
I reckon that's only... I reckon we only need to move that, what, 15 mil tops?
Really?
Yeah.
But if that gives us the lock that we need, fully extended, then that's where it needs to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if
got
you...
a bit of chalk? Oh, there's a bit.
There's a bit there.
So I reckon we want to put our... there and there.
I actually can't see what you're doing.
See that?
I'll get the camera in.
So, if we make a bush with a tapered hole in,
Yeah.
right, and then measure that pinpoint where that is, the centre of the hole,
Yeah.
draw that up, then we'll send that plate into the lasers with a hole in,
Yeah.
and then we'll make a bush with a tapered hole. That'll just drop in that hole,
Yeah.
and then weld that in, can't we?
Or we could do away with all that and do what you said before, and do it all on a rose joint. So
I did look at that, and we can't.
There's not enough
No.
thread and everything.
Well, that ain't that. It's when it turns,
Yeah.
this rises. It comes up on an angle.
Oh, so it's... Yeah.
Yeah, and there won't be enough movement on a rose joint.
Yeah.
That'll bind.
So you need it on a ball joint then.
A ball joint will give it that freedom of movement.
Yeah.
So I think we need to leave it on a ball joint.
Yeah.
Plus, it's all OEM in it. If we need a ball joint, we can order one.
that's the thing. If you're at a drift event, I know there's probably not going to be anyone else there with a Volvo, but if you're at a drift event and you need something and you can order something from like MPD, do you know what I mean? You can get something quickly.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you need.
And also, if we get our camber on the top mount by moving the top mount in and give it more caster by moving it back,
you're going to need that movement on a ball joint as well.
You are going to need that movement on the ball joint. Plus, if we don't cut our bottom arms, we can then use OEM bottom arms still.
Yeah.
We haven't then got to cut them and extend them, have we?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
So I think we should leave it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always change it once we're going to be learning as we're going, so. That's the lock kit all drawn up. We'll now get that off to the lasers on email. Should get that back within a couple of days.
Right, I'm now going to weld up the lock kit with the little insert bit, hopefully up the right way. Don't want to be welding it in wrong. I'm just going to get it TIG welded in and then Dad can get it all fitted back up to the car.
Okay, we've now got the steering angle arm all done. Beth has just welded that all in. The boss, that's to take the taper. That's to take the taper on the steering trackward end, sandwich it up between the bottom arm and the leg.
Right, so I've just made a little sketch of what I'm going to be making today. So it's basically just an oil catch can. I'm going to make it 150mm tall. I've got a bit of 3-inch pipe roughly, which I'm going to use, and I'm just going to cut that off in the bandsaw and then make a top and a bottom, machine up a couple of pipes and a bracket, and that should all bolt up to the Volvo nicely. And then we can put a little filter breather on the top and a pipe going into the catch can itself. So I'm now going to cut a bit of tube and then get on with machining and welding it all together. Now I'm going to make the top and the bottom. I've got a bit of a 2mm plate. So I need to draw a circle first of all. Now got the top and bottom marked out, so I'm going to take it over to the guillotine and get these cut out. I've just gone around it with a permanent marker as well, just to make it a bit bolder. It doesn't need to be perfect because obviously we're welding it, but we don't really want any gaps around the top, because if we do, then it's just the weld's not going to look very good. So I'm going to get these cut out. That one, because that's got the deepest hole punch in it, I'm going to put a hole in it, probably about a 10mm hole, and then if I need to drill it out any bigger I can once I've found the right size pipe. I've got all the main bits made, so I've got the top. I'm just going to run a sand around that, but that should weld up pretty nicely. So I've got the top and the bottom. I'm now going to get them all welded up, and then we can start looking at machining up the pipes and sorting out the bracket as well. So I've got it all made, all welded up. It's on the Volvo. I've got the breather on the top, the pipe going to it like I mentioned, and then obviously the bracket on the side. So I was actually pretty happy with how this welded up. I think it looks quite good. Probably should have put it in some lacquer or something, because it's only going to corrode, so I'll probably end up pulling it off at some point and just sticking some clear lacquer on it, or maybe painting it black or something. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I did show this. I just made a little T-piece to go from the rocker cover breather, so got that all plumbed in now as well. So I'm pretty happy with this. So now it's up to Dad to just finish off the suspension, and then should be good to go.
Right, so that's now the lock kit all on, and that actually gives the wheel quite a bit more lock. It's basically another 10 degrees more. So looking under here, just show you. There we go. That's the lock kit all in situ. So hopefully that should give us a little bit more lock and help out with the drifting. So that's that side of things done now, and we're getting there, pretty much there now. So
time to move on to cage, I reckon.
Yeah, we have toyed with the idea of putting a cage on it.
On it?
In it. On it, in it.
Put one around the outside if you want. Not just going to be much help.
You what?
I said you put one around the outside if you want.
No, I think we're pretty much there. I think the next stage is to get this off to the rolling road.
Get it tuned up.
And get it tuned up. So anyway, that's it for this video. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.